Do not press this button 100 times. Press it once, it might explode, but now that you've pressed it once, it's 70% more likely to explode the next time you press it. It still won't explode, it's still astronomically rare for it to explode, but every time you press it, it gets more and more common. If you press it 100 times, it will explode. If you want to build it, I don't know why you'd want to build it. Its only purpose is to explode after 100 clicks. I'll show you. To build it, all you need to do is build this module 100 times. The observer is facing that way, and the dropper has seeds in it. Basically how this works is this dropper dispenses seeds into this hopper, which then puts it into this composter, and seeds have a 30% chance of composting this. And if the 30% chance happens, the observer detects it, sends it into this torch, which then unpowers this, which then would power this. And if you had a piece of TNT connected to it, like I have there, it would blow up 30% of the time. This part will be important later. Now, when you do have something like this that has 100 different modules, the first time you press the button, the chances are so astronomically low that it is practically impossible for it to happen on the first couple of presses. Now, to make this more common, you can of course build less modules, but however, that will make it so it's guaranteed to happen after less clicks. Like if you build 5 modules, after 5 clicks, it's going to blow up. But if you replace it with melon slices, it becomes a bit more common. Then carrots, a bit more common. Bread, even more common. And pumpkins, it's just guaranteed to blow up. So don't use pumpkin pie. I feel like I should say this, but you don't actually need this many seeds in it. You can have, if you have 100 different rows, this one has to have about 100, probably do like 150 just to be safe. Then this one has to have 99, 98, 97, 96, 95, and so on. Okay, so I'm gonna build this 5 times with carrots inside of it, just to show this system and also that system. Okay, so I haven't armed it because it is way too close to that build and I do not want that whole thing to blow up before I press it 100 times. And so basically this copper bulb is just going to represent TNT. If this copper bulb was ever on, that means the TNT was powered and would have blown up everything. So basically this button here is the same as that button in here. When you press it, it's going to activate these droppers. By the way, I forgot to say that these repeaters have to be on 2 ticks, otherwise it will not work. So when you press this button, some of those got deactivated, but not all of them. And this flying machine moved one forward. And using this circuit, it made it so this one is permanently off. So far, now you only need 4 of them to activate for the TNT to explode. So let's see. Okay, the TNT still hasn't exploded, but now the flying machine has moved again. And this one is also permanently off. So now it's between these two for when it's gonna happen. So I'm going to press this 3 more times and see when that copper bulb goes off. Okay, 1. It does not. That lamp is permanently off. Okay, another one. It still hasn't gone off, but that one is now permanently off. Okay, now there's a 50% chance that the TNT blows up right now. Let's see. It does. It would have. And now it sent a second pulse because now all of these turned off. It's important that you set up this system here that has 12 redstone ticks of delay to make sure that this moves after after the first round of those torches. Okay, this whole system, to make sure after 5 presses it'll automatically activate, is really quite simple. So basically all it is this flying machine is partially built. Normally there would be an observer here, but instead that pulse is going to be felt here. This pulse is going to go off at the same time as that pulse, so it cannot activate that because that's going to be there about like a couple of ticks later. And basically all this system is just the flying machine. Every time you press that button, after 12 redstone ticks, it's going to move forward by 1 block. And then you press it again, it's going to move forward by 1 block again, on and on and on, until it has gone to here, and then it's not going to get powered anymore, and the machine is going to get blown up by the TNT. This circuit right here is just to make sure only 1 pulse is going to go through it. this will, when it gets powered once, it'll send a pulse through, which will hold that redstone block over to there. And then once it moves away, it's going to update it again. But because this block is up here, the pulse won't go through. And then the piston retracts the block. And then it just is moved on to the next one. And because the system only has to work once, because it's going to blow up after you're done, it doesn't matter. Okay, and then over here, it's just a simple AND gate. So all of these torches are on. They're all powering this, which powers this redstone off. The second that all 4 of these are off, this torch is going to turn on, which is going to power the TNT. This whole system is built over here. It's just a little bit more complicated due to redstone only being able to travel for 15 blocks. It's the same idea, but just after this, it goes into multiple AND gates, which then goes into another torch, which then goes up another layer, goes into multiple AND gates, which then goes into another torch, which goes up another layer, which goes up into multiple AND gates, and eventually it goes all the way up to this torch. And the second that every single all the 100 torches down there are powered off, this torch is going to power on, and then it's going to send out a pulse and hit this piece of TNT. Okay, so I've added bread to all the droppers just to make it so it's way more likely for it to explode. And now I'm just going to press this 100 times until everything blows. Okay, I've set it to tick rate 100, and now I'm just going to start pressing the button. As this gets closer and closer, it becomes more and more likely. Is this what you click for? Because I'm going to do it. I'm going to press it 100 times. Could explode at any second. Any second now. Oh, there we go. Well, thanks for watching.